Some seriously exciting films heading your way in 2025 and 2026. From pulse-pounding thrillers to spine-chilling horrors and action-packed superhero flicks, these upcoming releases are going to be unmissable. So, let's get into these must-see movies of 2025 and 2026. Flight Risk, January 24th, 2025. Flight Risk is an action thriller directed by Mel Gibson and written by Jared Rosenberg. The film features a strong cast, including Mark Wahlberg, Topher Grace, and Michelle Dockery, and is set for release by Lionsgate. The story follows a U.S. Marshal tasked with escorting a government witness to trial after the witness is linked to a mob boss. However, things take a dangerous turn when they realize the pilot transporting them is actually a hitman sent to kill the informant. After subduing him, they are forced to team up and continue flying together when they discover that others are also trying to eliminate them. Captain America: Brave New World, February 14, 2025. In The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we saw Sam Wilson take up the shield and step into the role of Captain America. Now, Sam's journey continues with Captain America: Brave New World, where he'll be taking to the skies and hitting the big screen. Anthony Mackie is back as Sam, with The Falcon and the Winter Soldier showrunner Malcolm Spellman co-writing the movie, and Julius Ona, known for The Cloverfield Paradox, directing. The film is described as a paranoid thriller, with Sam caught in the middle of an international crisis. He'll have to figure out a global plot before the mastermind causes the whole world to go crazy. This is likely referring to Red Hulk, the rage-fueled version of Thaddeus Ross, played by Harrison Ford, taking over from the late William Hurt. Ross is now the U.S. president, which could make his transformation into Red Hulk a major issue. The story will include a sleeper agent conspiracy and the remains of the celestial Tiamat, made of adamantium, bringing that legendary metal into the MCU. The bad guys will include Tim Blake Nelson returning as the super smart leader, and Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder, the villainous king of the Serpent Society. Plus, we'll see Liv Tyler back as Betty Ross, Danny Ramirez as the new Falcon, Carl Lumbly reprising his role as Isaiah Bradley, and Shira Haas as Ruth Bat Seraph, aka Sabra, an ex-Black Widow. The Monkey, February 21st, 2025. Osgood Perkins, the son of Norman Bates actor Anthony Perkins, is no stranger to horror, having directed chilling films like The Blackcoat's Daughter and Longlegs. In 2025, he'll return to the genre with a twist, adapting Stephen King's short story The Monkey. The story follows twin brothers who find an old monkey toy in their attic, only for people around them to start mysteriously dying, leading the brothers to believe the toy is behind it all. In an interview with Bloody Disgusting, Perkins shared that the vibe of the movie will be similar to films like Misery, Creepshow, Gremlins, and An American Werewolf in London. He mentioned that King's work often has a mix of humor and nostalgia, so he wanted to create a film with a late 80s to 90s feel, imagining what it would be like if Robert Zemeckis made a Stephen King movie about a creepy monkey toy with a little bit of a trippy edge. The movie will star Theo James as the adult versions of the twin brothers, and Christian Convery as their younger selves. The cast also includes Elijah Wood, Tatiana Maslany, Sarah Levy, and Rowan Campbell. The Monkey will hit theaters on February 21st, 2025. Sinners, March 7th, 2025. This one will be a horror film written, directed, and produced by Ryan Coogler. The movie stars Michael B. Jordan in a dual role alongside Haley Steinfeld, Jack O'Connell, Wunmi Musaku, Jamie Lawson, Omar Benson-Miller, and Delroy Lindo. Coogler started developing the film through his production company Proximity Media in January 2024. Michael B. Jordan was cast soon after, and Warner Bros. Pictures secured the distribution rights following a bidding war. Additional casting took place in April 2024, with filming kicking off that same month and wrapping in July 2024. Sinners is set to be released on March 7, 2025, and centers on twin brothers, both played by Jordan, trying to escape their troubled past. They return to their hometown to start fresh, only to find that an even darker force awaits them. The film's production team includes cinematographer Autumn Durald Arkapaw, editor Michael P. Shaver, and composer Ludwig Göransson. The budget for the film is $90 million. Alto Nights, March 21st, 2025. Robert De Niro is set to star in Alto Nights, a new mafia movie that promises to be a major draw for fans of his gangster roles. In this film, De Niro will portray two notorious crime figures, Vito Genovese and Frank Costello, based on their real-life rivalry in the 1950s. The story focuses on the tension between these two mafia bosses, culminating in the infamous botched assassination attempt on Costello. Originally titled Wise Guys, the film underwent several changes after mixed test screenings, leading to its title change and a delayed release. Directed by Barry Levinson, known for Rain Man and Bugsy, the film also benefits from the expertise of Nicholas Pileggi, the writer behind Goodfellas and Casino, ensuring a strong link to the mafia genre. De Niro is joined by Deborah Messing as Costello's wife and Catherine Narducci as Genovese's wife. Additionally, Shogun star Cosmo Jarvis is cast as the failed assassin Vincent Gigante. Despite some concerns from early screenings, the pedigree of the director, writer, and De Niro's performances suggest it could be an exciting addition to his filmography. Thunderbolts, May 2, 2025. Thunderbolts will be bringing together a team of anti-heroes and former villains from across the MCU. The roster includes Yelena Belova, John Walker, Bucky Barnes, Ghost, Red Guardian, and Taskmaster, all under the watchful eye of Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Originally, Ayo Edebiri of The Bear and Stephen Yeun of Beef were slated to star, but due to scheduling conflicts, they've been replaced by Geraldine Viswanathan and Louis Pullman. The movie promises an action-packed experience, potentially similar to Suicide Squad, with loads of chaos and thrilling moments. The film was initially set for a Christmas 2024 release, but has been moved to May 2025. As for the curious asterisk in the title, Marvel's Kevin Feige hints that the mystery will be revealed post-release. Mission Impossible 8, May 23, 2025. After Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning hit theaters in 2023, it was originally labeled Part 1, following Ethan Hunt as he battled a powerful AI called the Entity. The film featured some wild stunts, like Hunt riding a Fiat 500 through Rome and jumping his motorcycle off a cliff. Despite those crazy action scenes, the movie didn't quite perform at the box office, so the Part 1 title was dropped, and now the next film is simply called Mission Impossible 8. Even with that setback, the 8th film is still on track to continue the story. Cruise will reprise his role as Ethan Hunt, and director Christopher McQuarrie returns with a cast that includes Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Haley Atwell, Vanessa Kirby, and Pom Klementieff. New faces like Hannah Waddingham, Nick Offerman, and Katie O'Brien will also join in. There's been some talk of Arctic filming, suggesting a scene where Ethan may need to infiltrate a sunken Russian submarine to take down the Entity. The Karate Kid, May 30th, 2025. For the longest time, we thought there was no connection between the original Karate Kid movies and the 2010 reboot with Jackie Chan, but turns out we were wrong. On May 30th, 2025, the two will collide when Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso teams up with Jackie Chan's Mr. Han for a new adventure. The movie will be directed by Jonathan Entwistle, known for Netflix's I'm Not Okay and The End of the Effing World, with a script by Rob Lieber, who worked on Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. The lead role will be played by Ben Wang from American-Born Chinese. His character will move from China to the East Coast and start his martial arts journey. It's expected that either Daniel or Mr. Han, or maybe both, will mentor him along the way. The supporting cast includes Ming-Na Wen, Joshua Jackson, and Sadie Stanley. According to People, Cobra Kai will wrap up its 6th and final season before the movie drops, and Macchio hinted that both the series and the film are part of the same universe. 28 years later, June 20th, 2025. The excitement around 28 years later continues to build as filming wrapped up ahead of schedule in May 2024. The production team managed to complete the majority of the film in just under 2 months, shooting on location in the UK, ensuring that the movie stays on track for its June 2025 release. In a recent update, producer Andrew McDonald revealed that the team is already gearing up to film a sequel, with plans for a trilogy. 28 years later marks the first part of that series, and filming for the second installment is set to begin shortly. McDonald expressed his enthusiasm, noting that the team hopes to complete the trilogy with Danny Boyle directing and Alex Garland continuing as the writer. The cast for 28 years later is taking shape, with Cillian Murphy reprising his role as Jim, which marks his return to the franchise after not appearing in 28 weeks later. Also joining the cast is Aaron Taylor Johnson, known for his role in Kraven the Hunter. Others joining them are Jodie Comer and Ralph Fiennes, though we still don't know much about their roles. Another interesting addition is Jack O'Connell, whose character is expected to have a bigger presence as the trilogy progresses. While we're unsure how big a part Fiennes and Taylor Johnson will play, O'Connell's character will definitely stick around for all 3 movies. The new movie promises a big time jump, showing the long-term effects of the virus outbreak. There were initial talks of a 28 months later script, but it seemed like Alex Garland and Danny Boyle decided to jump even further ahead with this story. The original 28 days later ended on a hopeful note, suggesting the infected were gone for good until the virus made a comeback in 28 weeks later, leading to society's collapse and chaos in London. The sequel's darker ending, where survivors reach Paris only to find the infection there as well, sets up the possibility of 28 years later revisiting the virus. It's still unclear whether the world has stayed in ruins or if we'll see some rebuilding. Ralph Fiennes recently gave some exciting details about the movie. In an interview with IndieWire, he described 28 years later as taking place in a desolate, infected Britain 28 years after the outbreak, with only a few small communities of uninfected survivors left. The Battle of Bacton Cross, August 8, 2025. Paul Thomas Anderson is back with a new project that could be his biggest movie yet. Known for iconic films like Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love, and There Will Be Blood, Anderson is directing and writing this film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, who's fresh off Killers of the Flower Moon. The cast also includes Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, Wood Harris, Alana Haim, and newcomer Chase Infinity. While the plot remains under wraps, rumors suggest the movie might be an adaptation of Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, following an ex-hippie on the run from a federal agent with family drama and political satire. There's speculation that the film will be set in modern times, rather than the 1980s of the novel, and that it could incorporate sci-fi elements. IndieWire reports that the film will be Anderson's most commercial project, which seems surprising for a potential Pynchon adaptation. Whatever the final product ends up being, the movie is set to hit theaters in IMAX on August 8, 2025. Nobody 2, August 15, 2025. Bob Odenkirk returns as the unlikely action hero following his surprising performance as a John Wick-style assassin in the 2021 film Nobody. This time the stakes are higher and the action even more intense. The movie will be directed by Timo Giganto, known for his brutal action films like The Night Comes For Us and work in horror with May the Devil Take You. Odenkirk's character will be joined by returning stars Connie Nielsen as his wife and Christopher Lloyd as his retired FBI agent father. Sharon Stone will play the main villain, while Colin Hanks is set to portray a corrupt sheriff. The screenplay will be written by Derek Kolstad, who wrote the first film, along with Umair Alim, Aaron Rabin, and Odenkirk himself. Last Rites, September 5, 2025. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga have been playing Ed and Lorraine Warren since 2013, facing off against all sorts of demons. They've starred in 3 main Conjuring films, and their story sparked a whole franchise, leading to spin-offs like Annabelle, The Nun, and The Curse of La Llorona. While those spin-offs are set to keep the scares coming, it looks like the Conjuring duo might be wrapping up their haunting adventures. The Conjuring Last Rites, scheduled for release on September 5, 2025, is said to be the final chapter in the main Conjuring series. The plot's still unknown, but the post-credit scene of The Nun 2 teased that the Warrens might face off against the terrifying Valak. Michael Chavez, who directed The Nun and The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, is back in the director's chair, and the script is written by David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, who worked on the second and third films in the series. This could be the Warrens' last big exorcism. Weapons, January 16, 2026. This one is an exciting horror film written, directed, and co-produced by Zach Krager. The story weaves together several plot lines set in a small Florida town, where the mysterious disappearance of school children uncovers dark issues like police corruption, generational trauma, witchcraft, blood rituals, and religious abuse. The movie caused a lot of buzz in January 2023, sparking a bidding war between big names like Universal Pictures, Netflix, TriStar Pictures, and New Line Cinema. In the end, New Line Cinema won the rights with a lucrative 8-figure deal that gave Krager final cut privileges and a guaranteed theatrical release. Originally, Pedro Pascal was cast to star, but he had to drop out in February 2024 due to his commitment to the Fantastic Four First Steps. Josh Brolin replaced him, and by April 2024, Julia Garner and Alden Ehrenreich joined the cast. By May 2024, the film added Benedict Wong, Amy Madigan, Austin Abrams, Carrie Christopher, and June Diane Raphael to its growing ensemble. Street Fighter, March 20th, 2026. The new Street Fighter movie, created in collaboration with Capcom, is based on the legendary video game series known for its action-packed martial arts tournaments and iconic characters. While the release date is still up in the air due to the original directors, Danny and Michael Filippo, stepping down, Sony and Capcom are expected to announce a new director soon. Since its launch in 1987, Street Fighter has become a huge part of the gaming world, with over 49 million units sold globally. With the release of Street Fighter VI continuing the franchise's legacy, this movie adaptation hopes to finally do justice to the series where past films have fallen short. Project Hail Mary, March 20th, 2026. Ryan Gosling's sci-fi movie project Hail Mary has officially started filming, and director Christopher Miller just gave fans a sneak peek with a behind-the-scenes photo. The film, based on Andy Weir's novel, stars Gosling as Ryland Grace, an astronaut with amnesia on a life-or-death mission to save humanity. Miller and Phil Lord, the creative minds behind the Lego Movie and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, are directing the film. The clapboard in the BTS shot reveals that Greg Fraser is handling cinematography, which promises stunning visuals for the space adventure. Slated for release on March 20th, 2026, Project Hail Mary is just getting started with filming, giving the team plenty of time to build up the tension and intricacies of the story. Alongside Gosling, Sandra Hüller will play Ava Stratt, Ryland's boss, suggesting Earth will have a crucial role in the plot. The film aims to balance the isolation of space with high-stakes drama on Earth, and with Gosling's recent success in The Fall Guy, expectations are high for his performance in this thrilling new project. Avengers Doomsday, May 1st, 2026. Recently, Avengers Doomsday was officially revealed as the new title for Avengers 5, with the focus shifting from Kang to Doctor Doom as the main villain. In a shocking twist, Robert Downey Jr. will make his return to the MCU, but not as Iron Man. This time, he'll be playing Doctor Doom, marking a dramatic comeback for the actor. The Russo brothers, who directed Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Civil War, Avengers: Infinity War, and Endgame, have been confirmed to helm both Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. With their proven success in the MCU, their involvement has raised expectations for these upcoming films. Originally, Destin Daniel Cretton was set to direct Avengers 5, but with the Russo brothers now taking the reins, Cretton might be moving on to another Marvel project instead. This change in leadership lines up with the shift in focus from Kang to Doctor Doom, which will likely lead to some major adjustments in the storyline. According to a June 2024 report from Deadline, Avengers Doomsday could feature over 60 characters, making it one of the biggest MCU films ever. While this massive cast could present some storytelling challenges, it also means the film could rival the scale of Avengers Endgame. The film is now slated for release on May 1st, 2026, after being pushed back from its original May 2025 date. It's expected to tie directly into the Fantastic Four, which will kick off Phase 6 of the MCU, with Blade being the last film before Avengers Doomsday. The movie will also feature the Thunderbolts team, including Florence Pugh's the Elena Belova, David Harbour's Red Guardian, and Sebastian Stan's Bucky Barnes. Other characters like Tom Hiddleston's Loki, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Tena Huerta's Namor, and Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight might also make appearances, alongside supporting characters from Wakanda and the Thunderbolts. Doctor Doom's role will likely involve his incredible power and the idea of universe-ending incursions, tying into the larger multiverse saga. This could set the stage for Avengers: Secret Wars, where things will get even crazier. As the MCU dives deeper into the multiverse, Avengers Doomsday looks to be a crucial chapter that brings together many different threads for an epic showdown. Well, that's it. Please share your views and opinions in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.